So we all know that creating memorable experiences increases overall client satisfaction. As business owners, we often will strive to provide good service and exceed our clients' expectation. And a lot of the times we have great ideas up our sleeves. But have we ever all stopped to think about how our clients experience our brand at every single moment of interaction? I'm going to tell you all two quick stories about how two different people experienced a healthcare appointment. Meet Jack. So Jack had been having some back pain, and he decided to look for a physio. He looked for the nearest physio to his house, and he gave them a call to book an appointment. And the person that answered was helpful, booked the appointment for him, but didn't really give him much information about what to expect at that initial consultation. Just come in and we'll take it from there, she said in a monotone voice. So Jack arrived at the clinic. No one greeted him. He walked to the front desk and the receptionist was sending a text message on her phone. She looked up and nodded, "Have a seat." He had forgot his phone at home, so he didn't have anything to look at. So he sat there staring at a blank wall like he was at a doctor's office waiting for the results of a colonoscopy. And after what seemed like forever, his physio finally came out and called him into the room. So Jack walked into the room. First thing he did was take off his shirt, point at his back, "It hurts here, please fix it," followed by laying down on the treatment table. So Jack was expecting a good rub down like his previous physio used to give him. Soon found out that that wasn't the case. So Jack's physio sat there explaining to him in detail the exercises that he should be doing at home to fix his pain. Jack wasn't really listening. He was too busy thinking that he was half naked laying on a table with this stranger talking at him. So Jack got some of the treatment he was looking for, felt a little bit better, and at the end the physio told him to go home. His back would sort itself out and that he should just do the exercises. As Jack walked out, he couldn't help but think about the experience he had just had. "I should have just gone to a masseuse," he thought. So the next day, that's what he did. He booked a massage, and as he was laying there and they were working their magic, he closed his eyes and sighed with relief. "That's the life. I'll never go back to that other clinic again. I'll just stick with the professionals who know how to make me feel good." We'll skip to Rose. She was also no stranger to back pain, right? So Rose was determined to find a good clinic. She didn't know where to start, right? So there's so many options. So she went online, jumped on Google, and she found a clinic with over 400 five-star Google reviews. The clinic was called Move It 101. And she used their easy online booking system to book an appointment. After a few minutes, she had received a confirmation text message and an email outlining in detail what to expect, where to park, what to do for her initial consultation. The day of the appointment arrived, and that morning she received a text message with a link to her registration form. It looked beautiful. It was really easy to fill out. It was even pre-filled with some of the information that she had already provided. She was able to fill it out on her phone with just a few clicks. And shortly after, she received a welcome video. The welcome video was short, engaging, and informative. She was introduced to her treating physio, who explained what the clinic was about, how they liked to help clients feel better and achieve their goals. She felt like she was being taken care of before even arriving at the clinic. She was excited to meet a physio and learn more about how he could help her. When Rose arrived at the clinic, she was greeted by name with a big smile from the receptionist. She was shown to her seat, and the receptionist offered her a hot cup of tea. She confirmed she had received her registration form, and shortly after she brought her a gift, which was a book with the clinic's branding on it. And she explained that she could have a read through the first few pages of the book while she waited. It spoke about the clinic's treatment methods, their programs, and their philosophy. She was also told that her assessment, her treatment plan, and her improvements would be tracked and written in that book so that they could make sure that she was getting great value out of her appointments. And while she waited there, she couldn't help but notice how clean and modern the clinic looked. She felt like she was at a fancy spa, not a physio clinic. She could see an exercise space behind the reception, separated only by a see-through timber screen. There was background music playing, and everyone seemed to be having a good time working on their recovery. She was really excited to be a part of that culture too. She even started to hum along to the background music. After a few minutes, Rose's physio greeted her and walked her to the treatment room. The room was spacious and had a homely feel. Her physio took the time to listen to Rose's concerns and explain the treatment plan in detail. Rose felt like she was being heard and understood, which was a refreshing change from her previous experiences. By the end of the session, Rose was given a clear plan of action, including specific goals, a session plan, and she had a rougher idea of how many sessions she would need. She was also given several payment options, including a pay session to session, a buy now, pay later option, or paying up front with a discount while still being able to claim from her health insurance. Her first few sessions were pre-booked so that she wouldn't have to waste time later on, but she still had the flexibility of being able to change days or times if she needed to. Rose left the clinic feeling like a new person, energized, relieved, and grateful. The next day, Rose was home and received a follow-up text message from her physio, just following up and checking in on her, seeing how she felt after that initial consultation. And shortly after, she received a gift at home, which also included a handwritten letter written by the clinic owners, thanking her for trusting them with her health and wishing her a strong recovery. Rose knew she had made the right decision, so she happily jumped online and gave them a 5-star review. Now, I clearly exaggerated Jack's story a bit because I wanted to create a bit of a contrast, but you all get the general idea. Every interaction with your patients is an opportunity to create a positive experience. It's not just about the big fancy ideas. They also count. It's also not just about how successful our treatments are, although that's also important, but also the small things like greeting our clients, knowing their name, engaging with them regularly, and taking the time to listen. In a Salesforce study, 80% of customers said that the experience a company provides is just as important as its products and services, and 86% of clients were willing to pay more for a better experience. If you want to stand out and create a memorable experience for your clients, you need to deliver more than they expect. This doesn't mean over-promising and under-delivering, but rather priming them by setting realistic expectations and then exceeding them in unexpected and helpful ways. 72% of customers will share a positive experience with 6 or more people. This means that making our client the hero of the story, going above and beyond to offer a personalized service, can have a significant impact on your word-of-mouth marketing and overall revenue. The best way to control your customer experience is to intentionally create it. Ensure that all of your moments of interaction, from your website to your messaging, to your in-person interactions, reflect your brand and your ideal journey. For example, if your business prides itself on personalized care, make sure that that's evident in every touch point. So if you were to take a few minutes to think about every single moment of interaction between your business and your clients, what would you change? How would you create that memorable experience?
Marcio, question for you from Lisa. When do you deliver your welcome gift? And is this posted following appointment? Or tell us about the welcome gift.
We don't currently. So one of the exercises I do every once in a while, so we've had a few different iterations of everything that you saw up there. And one of the exercises that I do every once in a while was essentially the question that I asked at the end, which is reviewing every single touch point that we have as a business with our clients. And when I do that exercise, I either write down a few ideas about how we could improve it. Sometimes I'm talking to Blake, my business partner, and we're talking about something else, and all these ideas sort of pop through, and we write them down, and then we do an exercise of trying to realize whether they're sustainable, scalable, and how to implement them. Everything that was up there is either things that we already do or that we have planned to start doing very soon. Again, there are challenges in everything. In my ideal way of seeing a gift would be sending it to the person's home rather than delivering it at the clinic, mainly because of the wow factor that it provides, and also thinking about like who's going to see it, right? So if they receive it at the clinic, they're probably going to put it in their handbag or put it in their car. We don't know what they're going to do with it. When they receive it at home, everyone's going to see it. Everyone's going to ask what it is, who it's from, and that just grows our brand power, right? Similar to the book, like we could just give people a sheet of paper with their treatment plan, but the book's got our branding on it. It explains what we do. People can take it to their doctor. They can show, this is what my physio's written down. They can have it sitting at home, so their friends might ask what it's about. So when we design these ideas, we're thinking about how do we amplify them. So for me, the ideal scenario for a gift is send it to their home after the appointment.